Hey everybody, welcome to the season finale of Monster Michael. I'm up here at the top of Ape Canyon in Washington State, where in 1924, a small group of gold miners endured a harrowing night when a group of Big feet, Sasquatch attacked their cabin in the middle of the night. Now, no show featuring cryptids would be complete without talking about America's most well-known. This is the legend of the Sasquatch.
In southwestern Washington State, about 3.5 hours south of Tacoma, is perhaps the birthplace of the modern public obsession with Sasquatch encounters. On the east side of Mount St. Helens is an area known as Ape Canyon. If you enjoy hiking and are carrying an infinite amount of bug spray, you can embark on the trek of the Ape Canyon Trail. In 1924, however, these woods became the site of a truly frightening night endured by Fred Beck and his crew of gold prospectors as their small cabin was attacked by a group of very angry gorilla men. According to Beck, in his book, I Fought the Ape Men of Mount St. Helens, he and his party encountered a group of giant men covered in long black hair. Startled, one of the members of his crew fired his rifle at one of the beasts, striking it and causing it to fall off a cliff, an action the men would soon come to regret. Later that night, the crew was awakened to the sound of large stones being violently hurled at the cabin. Terrified, the men cowered in the small cabin as wild ape men slammed and pounded the outside of the shelter. One of the beasts was able to tear a hole in the roof and struck Beck with stones so hard that he lost consciousness for a few hours. Surviving the night, as morning came, the attacks had ceased, allowing Beck and his crew to briskly dart out of their cabin and out of the woods to the nearest town. The story drew more and more attention and over time blew up in the Pacific Northwest. The legend of the Sasquatch was catapulted into the public eye.
The word Sasquatch is of Native American origin. Native American tribes have reported seeing Sasquatches or large hairy ape men for ages in these woods.
The popularity of the famous cryptid cannot be denied. While the legend of the Sasquatch is ubiquitous across all parts of North America, it is especially concentrated in the Pacific Northwest. Up in Cougar, Washington, artifacts and sculptures illustrate how much the town embraces the local legend. There have been countless references to the Sasquatch in American popular culture. Movies, TV shows, music, toys, you name it. The term squatching is gaining in popularity, used to refer to someone who's gone out into the woods in hopes of catching a glimpse of the legendary monster. Be sure to drive through this small town if you happen to be in the area. If small towns aren't your thing, driving through Main Street in Vancouver might be more your speed. Themed restaurants and bars can be found even in the bigger cities. Really cool facades and great artwork can be easily found without having to search far and wide. Naturally, my curiosity was piqued as it was close to dinner time by the time I arrived at the Hungry Sasquatch in Vancouver. I feel like the best way to end the day is with a good burger and a good beer. Luckily, Sasquatch Brewing in Portland was on my way home. As if there weren't enough Sasquatch-themed attractions in the Great Northwest, if you're out in Far East Portland, be sure to stop by the North American Bigfoot Center. Or if you're one of the more hands-on type, camp out in the forests of Washington and Oregon. But as Fred Beck, back in 1924 would warn, do not anger the ape men.
The forests of Washington are filled with mystique and wonder, a vast expanse of woods easily capable of hiding America's most well-known legend. I want to thank you all for the support you've given me during Season 1 of Monster Michael. All your kind words and encouragement are something I'm truly grateful for. So as Season 1 draws to a close, and I begin to think about Season 2, I'll leave you with just 3 words. Never stop searching.